But if you think that's where the action is and that's what's important, you're missing actually the real point of mobile. Because mobile isn't really about the relationships in apps on devices, it's about connecting the planet. When we look at 7 billion people, only 2 billion are banked. So 5 billion people today are underbanked or not banked at all. And that's actually a problem, because if you don't have access to the banking network, then it's very expensive to move money. And that's the reason why in Kenya, when M-Pesa took off in 2007, it redefined the economy. 43% of Kenyan GDP now moves through mobile money transfer. When M-Pesa launched in Kenya, 2.5 million people had bank accounts. Today, 15 million people have bank accounts because of mobile financial inclusion, because you get a mobile credit history. Before, it was too expensive to automate or include those individuals on the network. Now it's almost free and it's easy through mobile money transfers. And mobile connecting the planet is the real point, that suddenly 7 billion people can all communicate peer-to-peer, citizen to citizen, and exchange value cheaply, easily, in real time, for almost free. And this is the fundamental point, because that redefines the way we think about value, the way we think about us and our institutions. When we can connect everybody on the planet in real time for almost free, then things change. The business model changes. We're already seeing this across Africa thanks to Bill Gates' foundation, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, who was saying that having invested for the past 15 years in their charitable trust in managing or trying to eradicate malaria and diseases in emerging economies, for the next 15 years, they're going to invest in eradicating poverty. And the way to do that is through mobile financial inclusion. This is the ambition of the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, along with the World Bank and other charitable and philanthropic trusts, is to invest heavily billions of dollars in enabling everyone on this planet to have access to financial services cheaply, for almost free, in real time. Great example is the idea that in our heads we probably imagine African people often suffering from famine. And they do, because their crops get wiped out every number of years due to drought. But why can't they insure themselves against drought? Because it's not worth it for most insurance companies to deal with African people, because they haven't got a great deal of money. But they have a little bit of money. So in the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation example of the new business model of finance, you use airtime to bank a little bit every month of insurance against drought, such that if there is a drought and your crops fail, you can still feed yourselves. That's how things change. And gradually, everybody is lifted out of poverty because they're included in the financial system. So people might be poor because of disease or because of war, but they won't be poor because they are not able to get access to financial inclusion. They're all included through the mobile network. That's the real point of mobile financial inclusion, of the mobile revolution. Because it's not just being able to make a payment on a mobile, but being able to take a payment. So everybody can now become an entrepreneur, potentially, because every single mobile phone is a point of sale. And when every single point of sale can take payments as well as make payments, then farmers in remote regions who previously could only deal with local networks can deal with national or even global networks. This is also from the M-Pesa website. A farmer on the plains of Kenya, who previously could only sell his cattle, milk and meat and leather to the local community, now has an Instagram account to take pictures, to the Facebook page where people can connect to make text message payments to buy his meat, milk and leather. So he's now a national, even across Africa or across the world, entrepreneur. Everybody can be an entrepreneur. So we think about Drameen Bank and financial inclusion and microfinancing, and mobile enables everybody to get access to the global network of 7 billion people to finance them and connect with them.